Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's been a while since I've done a collective feel-in or reading, so I thought I'd treat you to that today. So I sat with my thoughts and my guides and did a draw from an oracle card deck, the Healing Spirits Oracle, and I've got a few messages for you. I'll keep it short and sweet this week for you. The first is that things may seem pretty chaotic right now and pretty stormy, when in actuality it's just a natural rhythm of nature, right? Sometimes the skies can be stormy or the water can get a little stormy, but it always comes back to peace and calm. And it's not always stormy, right? So we just don't need to weather the storm and embrace that natural rhythm, because those rhythms in nature serve nature's highest good and our good, right? It keeps the cycles that we're all familiar with and that we all rely upon going, and they do sustain us. Even though in the moment they may not feel ideal, they are necessary. So with everything kind of feeling like it's speeding up, like time is speeding up, it's important that we take time to slow down. So things are feeling chaotic and stormy around us. It's very easy to get swept up in all of that noise. But do your very best to acknowledge any triggers. If you're triggered and you catch yourself, don't shame or guilt yourself. Just go, oh, there it is. I see it. And just calm down, slow down, and sit with it. So if you're feeling triggered about some things that are happening, I mean, you can take your pick. There's all sorts of shit going on. There's a buffet of chaos out there to choose from. If it's triggering you, that's okay. But just acknowledge it and figure out what that is in you. Why is that triggering you? And at first you're going to point the finger outward at it's so-and-so's fault because this person's doing that, and la la la. You get caught up in the narrative and the characters in the play, essentially, right? That you're observing and watching. But I challenge you to ask yourself, what are these people, characters, or situations that I'm blaming? What are they teaching me about myself? What is it that I need to learn about myself? Because anything can happen. What matters is the filter with which you sift that information through, right? One thing can happen and we can have 20 different opinions come from 20 different people, because we're all experiencing things through our own lens. Which brings me to the next point I want to make, is that it's very important right now that you recognize that you are a sovereign being and that you stand in your truth. So don't get caught up in what the media is telling you or what your friends or family are telling you or anything like that. What's important is that you can listen to people and kind of see, what's going on and be aware and mindful of it. But at the end of the day, how does it feel in here, in your heart, or even in your solar plexus where your power sits? That's what matters. What is your truth? How does it resonate with you? Because of all the chaos right now, things are getting churned up for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be reactive. And once in a while, even myself, we all get caught up in that and we kind of play along in that reactivity. But it's important to, as much as you can, to be a way shower in how to harness this chaos as a stepping stone for ascension. What is it teaching you about yourself? What is it teaching you about the collective? Okay, and how does that resonate with you? Because someone else might have a truth that they're believing or perceiving through a certain event or what a person's doing or whatever event, whatever's happening, but they may be coming from a reactive place. So even if it's somebody that you love and admire, make sure that at the end of the day, you're seeing how it feels with you. If something's not quite sitting right, it's for a reason. Your emotions are always your beacon, your guidance. Okay, so just a gentle reminder that right now, more than ever, it's important to sit with your own truth. It's not about what anybody else is telling you. It's what you fully believe and feel within you. And in doing so, that assists you and facilitates you overcoming fear. Fear is a template that we're all working on letting go of right now. And by sitting with yourself, just slowing down and just questioning, why am I feeling this way about this? Why is this triggering me, if at all? Or why am I feeling calm? Why am I not bothered by this? Right? No matter what it is, just take that time to reflect about why you're perceiving what's going on in the world today. Pick your topic. There's all sorts of shit going on. but just tune into why that is, right? Good or bad. It's easy to focus on the reactivity, the triggers, but maybe you're not triggered. Maybe you're quite calm and peaceful with yourself and you have a deep understanding of what's happening. And just commend yourself on that, but also understand where that's coming from and why. How did you get there? Because if you're in that group of people, what that means is you are invited to use that as an opportunity to show, model for others, and to be a way shower for them, and to further the collective and learning how to harness their gifts, the gifts that we all have to lift each other up, right? No matter what the chaos is, right? We're not into the divide and conquer, right? We're into helping each other out through this process. And so if you can be a light bearer for somebody, and even your own unique small way of just being who you are and standing in your truth, and not in a way that you're digging your heels into the ground telling everyone to fuck off, but in a really genuine, authentic way where you're just shining your light because that just is what feels good to do. That's what you're here to do. That's perfect. So I drew a couple cards. I'll show them to you because sometimes people like pictures and images. So this is the first card I drew. So it's like a stormy little ocean there. My camera is not that great, but it says your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. So it's exactly what came through in my meditation. And I've got this card here as well. And this one says, speak your truth with passion. So standing within that and getting to the root of who you are, right? And standing in that firmly, and not with your heels in the ground, but firmly as an anchored in, comfortable, confident, and supported by Gaia. And then that's the third card that I drew for you today. And this one says, to overcome, you first have to climb. And with this, what really resonates with me is the fear template and the release of that, and how we're handling all the different things that are happening in the world. And once we release that fear template, so much more is ready and waiting and willing to come to us. We don't have to chase things. We've been conditioned to think we have to chase everything. That's not the case. It's coming to you, provided that you do the work, right? And working isn't always doing something external from yourself. A lot of times doing the work is tapping into here, right? We can feel uncomfortable sometimes, but you're not alone in that. We all have our shit. So I hope you have a great day. And if this resonates, wonderful. Just take what resonates and leave the rest.